Hi, it's Paul Socia from LifeOps. I just want to take a minute and show you how quickly you can enter a new business application into LifeOps. In this example, I have a physical application, annuity, indexed annuity application in front of me. I'm going to key that information into LifeOps. I have a suitability form. I'm going to key that information in, and then we're going to the policy's in good order. LifeOps is going to notify us of that, and we're going to submit the policy for issue. So at this point, I logged in. I'm going to click on the left menu. I'm going to click on New Business Application. I'm going to leave the defaulted values here for the most part, and I picked Alabama, and these are the plans that are available for Alabama on this app receive date. So I'm going to pick an indexed annuity. I'm just reading the information off of the physical app in front of me, and I'm going to use this fictional person, Paul Smith. And birth date is in the 50s. So a couple things here you want to see. The address is free form. You could type in an address. We can link through a web service to an address database, and then basically sanitize the data and not allow you to type in anything. So you have multiple options there. And then you can free form and type in a person's name, and then it'll be a brand new Paul Smith in the database. But the system will check against a composite database of clients and say, hey, we have a small Paul Smith already with the same social. Do you want to choose that person, use that person, or do you want to actually physically create a new one? So at this point, I'm going to make the annuitant, the owner, and the payee all the same person. And at any point, we can save a draft. But for this point, I'm going to key in all the information and then submit the application to see if it can issue. So the annuitant information was copied from the owner. The Benny, I'm going to add and you can see that it found a match in the composite. I'm going to just use the new one. I'm going to tell the system to add a brand new one. So now we have the Benny added, the annuitant, and the owner. For the payees not required for this product, I'm going to pick a 10-year fixed annuity, non-qualified. And then because it's an indexed annuity and you have more than one fund, you have to pick the funds. We could default these values, but with this configuration, it requires the agent or the applicant to fill in the required allocations. So annuitant has to be funded. There's two ways to fund it that we're supporting. There's an exchange transfer 1035 or initial payment of for example, cash with app. So here we'll do cash with app. I had entered a suspense number previously, so we'll use that one. There's still money available. And then a lot of these plans require a minimum of $50,000. So I'm going to put $50,000 in. And then at this point, we're ready to enter suitability application information. So we have the suitability form in front of us. For this plan, suitability is required to enter, but it doesn't do any suitability checks against that. It's just make sure you're tracking the information. And we're making this policy, we're hoping, in good order, so we'll be able to issue the policy once we're done. So your net worth, we'll say, is $1 million, $10 million. The expected premium, I think, was $50,000. Expected surrender penalty, we'll say no. Adequate assets, we'll say yes. Charge incurred on replacement, we'll say there was a small charge. And then reverse mortgage question. No. So this is an example of a very small suitability form. We could support much more complex suitability forms, but this is a simple form of 7 questions. So at this point, we've entered all the information for the policy and the suitability form. We're going to submit it to see if it's in good order, and then hopefully at that point we can issue the policy. So the policy's in good order. It's ready to be issued. It passed the report card for suitability, and at this point we're going to issue the policy. So at this point, the application will become a policy, and then it'll start doing surrender value calculations and such. And now you have a policy number. Okay, thanks. Hopefully you found this informative.